Hello, so this is Daryl again. Just wanted to let you know a little bit more about the different objectives here when you're first creating an ad and these are the different campaign objectives here. So first is the first section actually is, let me first talk about the different sections here. So if you're a marketer and you live somewhere that is not under a rock, you've probably heard of the idea of a marketing funnel, and this is essentially what Facebook has brought and guidelined out for you here. So you've got the awareness section of the funnel, you've got the consideration or middle of funnel, and then you got the conversion or the bottom of funnel, awareness being the top of funnel. And the brand awareness there is just to make people aware about your product or service there. Pretty self-explanatory. Facebook does from time to time, or maybe all the time, just depending on what type of brand awareness campaign you have going, send out surveys to people who have viewed or would have been likely to have viewed your ad, and just kind of questions them there if they recall your ad at all. So the goal there is just to get brand awareness, and recall is kind of the thing that you're focusing on there. Reach is just to reach everyone who's in an audience, and we'll talk about audiences probably a little bit later on. At the consideration level, you have traffic, engagement, app installs, video views, lead generation, messages. So traffic is an objective there, just to get traffic to your site, pretty self-explanatory. Engagement is to get people to like, share, or comment on an ad that you have, but there's also some other things that Facebook considers as engagement as of right now here, and I'll probably get into that. I'll go into engagement here in a little bit more detail. App installs, pretty self-explanatory. If you have an app, you probably want to be using the app installs objective, so you can kind of track people or attract people who are likely to install your app. Video views is just to get in contact with people who like to view videos there and like to play your video there. You can sometimes retarget these people. Lead generation is, again, self-explanatory, just trying to get leads there. And then messages is kind of like lead generation there in a way. It's a newer objective there, but the objective there is more or less not to capture their phone number and their email or anything like that, but just to get them to contact you and contact you directly through Facebook. And at the conversion level, conversions would be the number one thing to do there. And that conversions is definitely for the e-commerce crowd. When you're trying to sell or buy something, feel free to use the conversion objective. Catalog sales is for when you have multiple different products going on at one particular time. And then you've got store traffic here. That's more or less for if you have a physical store or multiple physical stores, is kind of the best way to go about that. So that's a little bit of breakdown on objectives. I'll talk about these different campaign naming and split testing, budgeting here in just a little bit. Thanks.